How are we doing this morning? I realize that everything that iPhone and Apple touches, mediocre at best. When I stream off of Apple products, hands down, the most frictionless experience. That's what happens when you get lazy as the number one. That's what happens when you're a lazy number one. Cheers. South by Southwest. South by Southwest. It's a music conference. It's been a whirlwind. So instead of saying cliche things about how generally awesome it is, let's talk about some specific things that can benefit you. Benefit from at home. Hashtag to connect. Hashtag 22 days of OpenAI at SXSW. The reason that connects is today is day number 20. March 20. So day 20 of the 22 days of OpenAI, it pre-rolls to day 14. On day 14, it was similar to Saturday Twitter, which is the best day on Twitter because it's Saturday. Why is Saturday the best day on Twitter? It's because the people who are on Twitter at work, they kind of ruin Twitter a little bit. Saturday Twitter are people that really like Twitter and are working on a Saturday. So the self-selection for, hey, gonna are you gonna be on Twitter while you're working on a Saturday? The group self-selects kind of like it self-selects for, do you want to burn vacation time going to South by for Geek Spring Break? March 14, aka day 14 of the hashtag 22 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest, which is this. Inc. Founder House, where it's a founder house of Inc. magazine, which is next door to Fast Company Grill, which celebrated the fact that Julia Hart's last day as CEO was Friday, March 13th. So these days connect in a specific way that day 17 was Tuesday, and on Tuesday, Austin Venture Capital Association had a party where we did the after party on the 17th. So that would be day 17 of this 22 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. So this is how people do it, and it's forgivable, but slightly wrong. Larry, all the days were a blur. When the days are a blur, the people that you meet are a mirage. The advice that you hear and the best practices are obfuscated. You are now getting confused as to whether or not you're coming or you're going. So when you get confused about the coming and going part, you're not going to be of clarity, of transparency, of vision, where each particular day stands on its own and then connects to other days. Now, I'm saying this as if this is a massive insight, but what this is fixing and repairing your brain from an instance where your phone is breaking your brain. Your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. Let's make it super simple on today, the 22nd day of the March. Connecting to the 22nd day, today being the 20th day. So the benefit that we have for South by Southwest day number 20 is to capitalize on day number 19 as your flagship day, which is ROI for South by before 2027 South by. Return on investment before next year. So as soon as you get return on investment, then you invest. So the old way that ROI used to work is you would say, I'm going to front end allocate $30,000 for flight and hotel to a music conference. On the back half of that, it would be, okay, how are we going to make that money back? Can we have ROI in a year and a half? Does the conference pay for itself in a year? We are no longer in that mindset. The mindset that we're in is to get ROI for dinner with Larry Chang before dinner, ROI for Larry Chang's first class ticket that you buy for me before you pay for the ticket. So let's say the ticket costs, and it's not theoretical, it helps to go over an example. So the first class ticket, as a case study, it's going to cost you $1,500 to fly me in first. But what if you were to make $1,501 prior to you spending $1,500 even? That would be you understanding dinner first and coach. Coach class ticket for you, dinner for us, first for me, first class for me, coach is you. So that's ROI for dinner first coach, before dinner, before first class ticket, before coach. You see, with AI, what you're able to do is you're able to speed things up. With AI and Web 12, you're realizing it doesn't take money to make money. With AI, you're speeding things up by thinking, what if we made the money and forced the money to come in before we spent money out? What you're doing here is you're using AI and you're using your notebook and you're using capital efficiency to do what? You're not risking money. So your average YouTube influencer, they're like, oh yeah, I'm smart, I'm great, pay me for a workshop. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, if the content is good, why can't you benefit from the free component of it? Plot spoiler, all of my content's free. If somebody tricked you into buying consulting, that's on you, because I don't do consulting. That's a retard business model, consulting. So this is the free consulting, which is not even advice, it's the best advice, which is, what if you could take one Larry Chang video, what if you could take one Larry Chang video and get ROI for F1 before F1, where the mentality is doing what? Where you're thinking money has to first come in before the money goes out. Number one fan, read and respond. Listen and respond to what I said. do you have a response to this? I do read the comments. Do you have a response for what I said? Moving along, talking to the humans, which is the 19th of hashtag 22 days. You don't have to be sorry. 22 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. Speaking of John Wang, that would be the CEO. That would be the CEO of Windsurf, John Wang. John Wang. Windsurf. John Wang. John Wang, Michigan alumni. That's right, baby. We're recapping South by. John Wang, baby. Boom. John Wang, CEO, Windsurf, sold the company for $1 billion to Cognition. Windsurf. Booyah, baby. That's winning at South by Southwest.